Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is tutorial series number 13 here in Maharlikans code. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and then we will continue on with our Golang WebAssembly tutorial series here in our web development series here guys in Maharlikans code. So right now we in our previous discussion we have done the project structure for our WebAssembly for our web development, but we are using this WebAssembly for our web development because this is the future of web development guys. So of course in tandem of course with the JavaScript as well, but right now we need to do it on a Golang side, on a server side, rather than exposing everything there in the JavaScript there. Okay guys, so all the logics, all the business logics, all the whatever you want to do in our validations, all these things here, the input, all should be done in the Golang scripts there. And then it's not by using Ajax post and then we expose the API link there. So we don't want that one guys. So right now we need to continue still in the basic here of how we can communicate effectively with using this Golang WebAssembly. We call it the WASM, and then we will communicate directly into our HTML page and then our JavaScript there. So okay guys, let's dive into this tutorial. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, we'll continue on. This is the basic of Golang WebAssembly guys. So we just early in our discussion, in our previous discussion guys, we have done this project structure for this WebAssembly kind of design, or the project structures guys. So we have just added with this new folder called the WASM, but it's up to you guys, but I highly recommend you can use this WASM folder here, and then you can put all your logics there logic. Okay, sorry, auth, and then invoice, or whatever you are using this what do you call this, whatever is the logic there guys, you can just group around, or you can organize in this folder. This one is without the specific package guys, as I just a quick overview, just like our API here, we have our auth, something like you need to rename this as a package or name it as a package API or something like the folder name. This is the standard way of Golang guys. So when we do our project, okay, this is the internal package, right? Okay, so right now this one is quite different behavior guys. I may say is a behavior. Okay, this one is under the WASM, but although is another package, you cannot rename this as a package like a WASM or something like that guys, because this one is all main.go file only. Okay, these are all the all your logics here will be organized under this WASM. That means all your business logics that will potentially expose it to the JavaScript side. So we will expose these logics here. So these one are all exportable to the JavaScript side, and then we can use it in our page there. Right now this is the basic structure guys. As you can see, when we read here from the GitHub, the official Golang GitHub there, as you can see, there is a WebAssembly tutorial also here. You can read more about the WebAssembly guys, okay, on this github.com Golang Go wiki, then WebAssembly. So as of Go 1.11, this WebAssembly is just quite new guys. They added this feature to the Golang. Okay, so only Go, Rust, and C++, C, they expose all those things guys. As you can see, there are all these recommended. You can just read around. To get started, you can just a plain one with the main. Always remember again guys, always use main package only. You cannot rename other than this main package. Okay, please remember that. Okay, then all these logics here, all you can create as per normal, all the functions we can create here guys, but with something like different kind of parameters. Okay, these functions will be exposed to JavaScript. We will call it to the JavaScript side later on. Okay, so the thing is there is some kind of quick settings here, guys. Every time you want to export to a WebAssembly, you need to set the GOOS setting here, GOOS, and then is equal to JS, and then GOARCH means architecture is equal to WASM. By default, our settings here in Go, when you go to the Go environment, okay, I will just show you. I'm using currently, of course, we are using Windows, guys. Okay, as you can see, when you go environment, guys, it will list down all your all the Go something like this, guys. As you can see, all the environment variables. My setting here is the GOARCH here is AMD64 because this one is for the Windows. Okay, so another one is we need to change this setting, guys. We just we use this command set GOOS is equal to JS, and then set GOARCH WASM every time you will use or export the WASM. This one, but when you restart, remember this, when you restart your computer or laptop, this setting will be restored back to AMD64, and then the GOOS there is something like I'm looking for the GOOS is equal to JS. As you can see, the GOOS here is Windows, guys. Okay, and then these two settings we will change this GOARCH and then GOOS Windows. It's up to your own it's up to your own OS, guys. Okay, but we need to set this every time you use this, whether you are in a Mac OS or in a Linux OS. There we can we always set this GOOS JS and then GOARCH before we can build this function what I'm talking here, guys. This WASM here, this specific WASM file, we will build this, but we need to set only one time, guys. Only one time. We cannot set permanent because the Go itself will automatically restore back all the necessary settings. Okay, because this one, when we set at the first time, then it will be there. Okay, but the twist there is we need to build only from this we need to build here, guys, from this command prompt. Okay, we cannot just simply build here, guys, from this editor here. I don't think so. We cannot, because I try many times, but it will not successfully build, and because if you have the syscall JS import, then it will not get the setting correctly. So what we can do is we need to navigate from this file. Okay, reveal in file explorer. So I will get this. Okay, then we need to cls first cd, and then like that, guys. Okay, so later we will build. Right now we need to do this. We will call these guys into our one of our functions there. As just a quick reminder, guys, these settings here, normally they will set when you when you have this GOOS JS and then you go directly, guys. This one is in Linux OS. Okay, please remember that. The example always they use is for the Linux, not the Windows. For those Windows OS like me also here, but we also have the Ubuntu in our production server. Please remember that. But for those Windows users, we cannot straight away use this. Okay, guys, to build our WASM file, we can split it. We need to set directly. Okay, later I will explain. Okay, later, because this one is just a quick overview here. And then this file, this one also from the Linux there, guys, so we can just manually come to this file. We need this file to every project that every Go WebAssembly project that we have. We need to copy this file directly to our static there, guys. I think yesterday I explained to you. Okay, So this one, under this, you can locate this file wasm.exe under this miscellaneous. Okay, this example is from the Ubuntu there. Okay, or in the Linux OS. Okay guys, so if you're in Windows, you can go or whatever. What is that? Go programs that you install it. Either in the normally it's in the C drive, guys. So okay, you need to locate that the the moment you install Golang. Okay, then you head over to the miscellaneous there, and then you can check for the wasm here. The wasm directory is here, and then there are only 3 files here, so you can just copy this specific file called wasm_exe.js. So you copy this and then you paste it to your individual directory, guys. So maybe I will open my other thing. Okay, so I will just copy this and I will navigate back to my folder. Okay, so in Go Web here, we have the static, and then we can copy to our assets there, and then JS. As you can see, I already pasted here, guys, the wasm_exec.js. Okay, then you can organize. In my previous discussion, you can create your many business logics here. These are all under the static assets then JS. These are all exposed to the public when you publish this to our production web server there, so people can access this as usual as like those JavaScript, CSS, images. These are all publicly accessible file. But the moment when we open this wasm file here, we will be called it to one of the HTML there, and then we will expose this to the JavaScript side there. So people, we can just view source, but we can download also. In our previous discussion, we done that, but you cannot open because if too many encrypted files, or because this one all is already a binary file. Okay, although it's a .wasm file. This is the WebAssembly already, guys. So this is the Go compiled what do you call it, when we build it, so nobody can extract back this file. It's a fully secured one. Okay, so we have done this, and then we will throw all the files here. Okay, remember this to get, otherwise you cannot this is what they call the glue whatever, guys. Don't touch any JavaScript code here because this one is from the Go file by itself, so they will interpret and then read from this and then communicating from here, guys, but not communicating secretly. Just kidding. Okay, we will continue. So this is our this is our simple HTML file here. This is how we can call this what do you call whatever that we need to expose, guys, like main.wasm, or in our case we rename this as auth.wasm. Okay, so we will do this, guys. So and then we need our web server, of course. As per normal web server here, they just go straight away, they just use this, but we have our own web server, guys, so that is very good enough. This one is too simple for us to run, because they want to simplify at the very least so that we can understand this Golang wasm. So okay, we will continue. This is our normal wasm here. We will try to call this into our page, and then as you can see, I think the header part. Okay, guys, so in our header underscore front HTML, remember we have the layouts here. This one is a very common, guys, so we can call this JavaScript the wasm underscore exec every time. This is a very common, guys, so we will load this at the header part, which is under the head. Okay, so because this is a very important file for us to, we don't miss this to include every time there is a HTML page will be loaded, because every time probably we will use this wasm, so very common for us to include this. Okay, don't forget, just map to the static assets JS, then wasm exec. And then in our footer underscore front, we will call this again as normal. This is our csrf, guys, so I just include this because later we will pass on in our advanced topic, guys. This one is just a quick overview only, and then on how the WebAssembly works, and then we expose some functions there, and then we will call to the JavaScript side. Okay, so we just include this, but this one is a hidden one. This is our csrf, okay, and this one is for our advanced topic. Okay, so we will continue. Okay, this is our logic here, guys. So we will just probably we will just copy this. Actually, I already pasted. Okay, so we will call this wasm. Okay, and then our auth.wasm is too simple first. Okay, so we will just continue. Okay, guys, so we will try to build this and see how it works. This one, we will see that this kind of message will be shown there, guys. Okay, in our web page, in our login page there, under this login.html. So now this is the most not the tricky part. Okay, now we will try to build based on this documentation, official documentation from Go. Okay, we have done this. We have copy already, guys. So we have some simple kind of thing here. Then we need to set this, guys, the set GOOS. Okay, and then this is how we can build later on, guys. Okay, as you can see, when you follow this goes that one, remember this command is not for the Windows, guys. Okay, again, I need to repeat because sometimes we can scratch our head unexpectedly. Okay, sorry about that. Just kidding. Okay, for the Windows Windows machine, we cannot copy this exactly, guys. Okay, we need to I just want to illustrate to you that we cannot build directly, guys. This is how we're going to build. Okay, now take a look on my directory here. I'm under this Go Web and then wasm folder, and then the specific auth there. Okay, please remember that I am this part. I want to build this main.go only, not the entire thing. Okay, not the entire project. This one we will build only this main.go under this auth, the wasm folder, then auth, and then main.go. I just want to build this, not the entire main like the normal web server. Okay, so we will continue. I want to build this only. Okay, so that okay. Oh, then this is just one of the parameter, guys. So okay, then the name should be like if you want to name like wasm directly, guys, you can do that. Okay, we will try. As you can see, the thing is there, the new file, the wasm file there, guys. Okay, guys, so the wasm main.wasm file is here. So but our what do you call this, our script here, we called from our this page, but we name this as a auth.wasm. I don't encourage you to name this as a main.wasm, guys, because it's too common. Okay, it's too common. Like this, we need to group like auth. These are all authentication logics. Then we can rename it as a auth.wasm. I don't want this. We can just delete this, guys. Okay, so right now I think I already set in my previous the set GOOS, but please, guys, I will illustrate to you. You need to set this command, set GOOS equal to JS. Okay, and then set goarch is equal to wasm. These two settings we need to set prior to build any wasm file, guys. Okay, please remember that, because you will maybe encounter the errors there, you cannot build completely. Okay, guys, so And then remember that we can build only from this console, this command prompt, not here in our traditional one. Okay, we can just run our web server as per normal. Okay, no problem. But when we build our project, our GoWasm, we need to use this command prompt here. But please remember that you need to set GOOS to GS and then set GOARCH to WASM. And then after that, we can freely build now. Go build in our normal traditional. We just go with the go build is enough. But right now is quite different, guys, because we need to build this in as a WASM binary. Okay, go build and then space dash and then the small letter O as orange. Okay, then go build, and then after this right now I don't want this main.go, guys, but I need to use this like auth.wasm. You always specify the wasm file. Okay, then space again, and then you need to find the original file name, okay, which is the main.go. Oops, sorry, main.go. Okay, because we rename, but the original source file is the main.go. This auth.wasm is we need to rename, guys. So but remember that we cannot rename. We better don't rename in the manually in the file, guys. You need to make it. I mean, during the building, during the go build, you need to auth.wasm here, specify the file name here. We cannot just right click the file to the file system there and then rename it to the auth.wasm. Okay, just and then we press enter. It's like that. There's no error, and then as you can see that the file auth.wasm has been created. But remember also, guys, we need to move this auth.wasm file to our static folder. Okay, so we need to move here into our JS. We need to replace this. Okay, guys, but as I've noticed also when I play around with this Go WebAssembly, you cannot specify directly when you go build it. You can specify, but it will throw to the same root same auth folder here, guys. But actually, if you want to like a static here, something like this, guys, then you can okay, maybe you can play around. One of your assignment. Just kidding. Okay, okay, you can just play around with that, guys. Okay, I just want to go straight. Okay, we've done the building already, guys. So anyway, you can build again. Right now I can just manually copy this from our auth.wasm. So this file I need to copy, and I already cut, guys, and then I will paste it here to our static folder. Okay, remember that these files is treated as a JavaScript, okay, but it's a binary one. It's one of the something like that, guys. It's a publicly accessible file. Okay, so these are all the things we already pasted, and then we will run this, guys. As per normal, go run main.go, because we need to have a web server or file server or something like this to run your wasm to serve those files. Okay, go run main.go. Now it's just a WebAssembly here. And then we will run this. I think my login there. Okay, my login here. As you can see, we need to view source here, inspect. Okay, we need to see the console. So beautifully, the message here, welcome to Maharlikans. Okay, we need to refresh again. Okay, so because we expose already, guys, as you can see that the file is a wasm exec JS. So already communicating, they are gluing each other. The Go binary is there, and then our JavaScript. So these are all the things, and then we will continue, guys. So we already actually calling directly the Go binary. When you go inspect again and then go to the network there, okay, the auth file is here, guys. Okay, and then the byte is there, is 126 bytes. It's quite small, guys. So okay, So these are all the auth.wasm file. As you can see, this is a publicly accessible file, but nobody can edit or view the source there. It is already compiled, guys. It is the beauty of the WebAssembly. Okay. Okay, guys. So actually, we're calling directly this main.go. As you can see, this message, guys, beautifully and nicely display in our page. As you can see, the welcome there. They're actually communicating directly, guys. Okay, now we need to do some exercise here. Right now we need to do this JavaScript here. We need to take a look instead of in our previous discussion, right, guys? Remember that we use the JSON there, the Ajax post. As you can see, we are creating a what do you call this JavaScript function, the jQuery function, a JavaScript function. All our logics here are already exposed, guys, to the unwanted viewers there, or very curious viewers. Okay. So these are all the things, guys. So here we have our swal or something like the sweet alert there. Then we need to pop it up. Okay, so right now we don't want this to expose. As you can see, this is the most special thing we don't want to expose. Okay, guys, so these are all our API. So actually this is all the logic there, the Golang there, and then the URL routers provided by this Gorilla what do you call this Gorilla Max. Okay, so we don't want all these logics to be placed in our HTML file. Instead, we will use this wasm file to expose our functions there. We will about to create a new function here, guys. So we need to create here to expose our function. So I just want to stop this for a while by what do you call this? Okay, so we will try this func login, guys. This js.Value and arguments. So these are all our arguments here. It means this is our js.Value, guys. So as you can see, the parameters of our classic Golang function, like this, even if it is a small letter, guys, all the function here are all most likely, unless you register, you can expose this to JavaScript. Okay, you can expose this to JavaScript like this, our login here. Okay, so we need to you need to have some interface return here, guys. Okay, please remember this. Okay, our login here, so we need to save. So right now automatically it will call the syscall there. As you can see, this syscall, guys, always return error. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem with this, no problemo. Okay. This I think, guys, this one is the internal package for Golang, but our editor is always return something like this. Like, cannot find this, guys. I don't know. They cannot find this. But anyways, it is working, guys, so no worries about that. Maybe because it's just a new one. What do you think? Okay, we need to do this JS doc here, guys, or something like you can rename whatever you want. Something like a JS document. So we need to read first all the JavaScript elements there, or the DOM, something like that, guys. So we need to get first. This is the standard code from the Golang, guys. Okay, and then if JS doc dot this one is a truthy. This one is actually a JavaScript here, guys. Already it is a combination of this Golang. They all connected with the JavaScript, guys. So actually they are creating this this JS global. Actually it's communicating with it, but as you can see, you're writing with the Go scripts. But this JS truthy is just to check when you search this one all JavaScript common functions, guys, to check whether there is whether the element or the input box or any kind of elements there, the DOM elements there, whether it is blank or not, or it is null, then we need to check first. Okay, just one of the validation, guys. This one is this truth will always return with true or false. Okay, now we need to check if it is not null or something like that, guys. So we need to return something here. Remember that we have some what do you call, the swal there, so we will just throw to the swal kind of thing, guys. Okay, so we need to call the standard code for Go. We need to call this eval, guys. So as you remember, if you are a master of JavaScript, you can inject whatever you can display here. Okay, you can create a new elements, or create a new text box, DOM, or any kind of elements there, a div or CSS. You can call directly already here, guys, by using this eval here in Golang itself, guys. So we can manipulate the JavaScript here, guys. So as you can see, our swal, instead of our previous one, as you can see that this is our swal, right? So right now we can just copy over this one, guys. Okay, we can copy this exactly because this is the exact thing, but remember that you need to use the caret symbol here. This is the caret symbol. I don't know where it locates in you. They normally below the escape button there, the escape keyboard there in your keyboard. Normally it's like that. You can locate this caret symbol there, and then we can just paste over this whatever the JavaScript you want to execute from this what they call this Golang here. Okay, this one already we can execute, guys, so no worries. So we can okay, guys, so we need to continue. We just want to return first with the nil so that it will not throw error. Here all already successful here, guys. This one we need to validate, right? Remember that we need to do these things instead of our JavaScript here. We will move this over to our Go scripts. Okay, this one for example, guys, this one is for the username first. We need to validate the username first. I just want to show you first. Okay, so this one we need to check the username here. As usual, guys, you can put that, then you can put the normal variable as usual, guys, and then we combine already with the JavaScript here. Okay, we need to call first. Every time we need to call this get element by ID. As you can see, guys, this is from the JavaScript already, guys. So we call this get element by ID. Okay, another one is the eval. Okay, eval is a very dangerous one, guys. Okay, as usual, I need to get this that username, or not the correct one, but this one is the DOM element, guys. Okay, this is the DOM element from our this is our element ID, guys. As you can see, this is my username here. This is the name, and then the ID as well is username. The name is username. Okay, remember that you always do that, guys, to standardize and all the names there. But it's up to you, guys, but the name should be the same, the ID with the same, and then the name as well. Okay, so we will continue, and then now we can see that the username we can validate already, guys. If it is truthy again, all these things. Okay, then we can return with the normal. I just want to copy this one, guys. I don't want to repeat ourselves. Okay, so this one probably, oh, this one is not. This one is for the generalized one, all the domes there, something like oops, error. These are all the things here. We need to do like unable to get document objects. Okay, we just want to throw everything else. This one is a generalized one to call whatever the DOM or whatever the elements that we are calling here, it will be registering there, guys. So then we can just use this js doc dot call and then element and then the username. This is the ID, guys, because remember we invoke from the JavaScript. This is a get element by ID and then followed by the ID or element ID, guys, or the name of that ID, which is the username in our case. Right now we can check whether this object is accessible or not. We can just, this one is not yet here. We can just this one is unable to get username object. Okay, like that, guys. This is for the object level here. Okay, so we can throw this eval here, so we can fire up our swal, the sweat alert there, for our error message, guys. Okay, so this one we can then we can just copy paste over here for the password. Okay, I need to copy this, copy all these things. Remember, these are all the patterns already, guys, so you can just copy this. Unable to get password object. Okay, then the thing now is we need to validate whether our username here is okay. Now we can this part here is totally checking for the object is present or not, guys, whether we can get this object here, the username, or not. Then we can just throw the error there. So we need, these are all the common validations if the DOM element exists or not in our HTML page there. Right now we can simply validate our what do you call this, the object now, guys. So we need to get this var first. I need to something like this, so string, and then we can use our variable here, which is the username. Okay, we can now get the value here, guys, whatever the input there. Remember that you can use the get really, guys, because we already initialize here. We already captured the object, the username object, the element. Okay, and then we can just issue the get here. Okay, hold on, guys. So this is how we can get remember, this is a very common for the JavaScript, get then value. Okay, and then we convert, always convert to string here, guys, because anyway that one all are string. So and then another one, we just copy here for the password kind of thing, guys. So we just name this. Okay, hold on for a while, just get your coffee first, guys, and then your password. Okay, we need to get this value. These are all fixed word, guys. This one from the JavaScript already, guys, so we can get from the element. We already get the element there, and then we can get the value of that element. Okay, you can do the what they call the attributes here, all those common JavaScript attributes, guys. So you can just put everything here already, guys. Okay, so right now we can check our standard one, which is the strings that trim space. Hold on for a while, guys. We can see this beautiful nice error here later. Okay, it's exactly equal to 0. These are all the Golang scripts already, guys. These are already combined, don't confuse yourself, huh? Okay, then we can return now we can just return js global. Always call this global call, and then we can call all this eval again here, guys. Okay, then we do the correct, then we will fire up our this, copy this wall here, whatever here, and then you can just paste it over here. Okay, and then do the same thing with for the password. Hold on for a while. Okay, password is required. Please enter your password. Okay, so right now we can we can just a few steps more, guys. Okay, this is our script ready. Now our script is all ready, guys. Okay, and then there are still missing one. We need to create something like we need to register this, guys, as our what do you call this, need to create another function here. You can directly use this js that global again, and then need to set right now this script what I'm typing now and doing is we need to expose this login function. Okay, we need to expose this to the JavaScript side, and then js, then funcof, and then we use this login. Here you can this is what they call we need to register, exposing the following Go functions here, guys, to JavaScript client side. Okay, but if you have multiple here, guys, you can expose already. Okay, we can try to build this. Okay, guys, so if you have multiple functions to expose, like login, you have another sign up page or something, any kind of function, as long that you want to call these, guys, you need to declare this under the main. You need to declare this as a js global, then set. This is how you can register as of this recording for this WebAssembly, guys. So we need to expose this login function here to our JavaScript side here. Okay, and then we already called those we already loaded this auth here. So okay, you can load multiple kind of thing here, guys. You can load multiple wasm file here in a single page. Okay, you just call and locate for those path, and then you can just copy over this one. Okay, but right now we don't have multiple functions here. And then how you can expose, like this button, click here, this is the login button. Okay, a normal JavaScript, but as you can see that how we call this login here, this is actually from the Go function already, guys. Here, this is the thing, and then we expose it here in the JavaScript side. Okay, and then after this we need two parameters or arguments. Okay, the arguments is here already in this args kind of thing. Okay, so we can pass on all this kind of thing, guys. So we will just try to run this and then see how this one will work, guys. Okay, so we will try to build first, but remember, I just want to clarify again that we need to specify some coding here, guys. Okay, actually this one we can run this by migrating all this into one function, guys. So we just want to register what do you call register, or we need to reg callbacks. So, or shall we say we just want to expose, guys, expose js, expose go func js. Okay, and then we can paste this over here, and then we can call this js here, guys. So now I need to start exposing these following go functions to js. Okay, then we can call like this. But one more thing, guys, we need to set this we need to put some channel here, guys. Make chan something like a boolean, and then we just put with the buffered channel as 1, or you can put also 0, as long as we need to set this one, guys. We need to okay, hold on, and then see here. Okay, we just want to keep continuously available these whatever functions that we are having, guys, because otherwise we will have some error like go something like exited go program or go function exited. So we don't want to see that in our console there from the HTML console. So we just want to keep keep alive all these functions here, these login functions, because if the user try to click it the first time and then the second time or something like that, the go function maybe disappear there for some certain period, something like idle mode, guys. So we don't want that. Or maybe the first initialization only it is available for this login function here. But yeah, after the page something like there's some idle mode or something like idle for quite some time, then this function probably is you will receive some error like go program exited or go function or something like this, something like exited. So exit, like this one is being quit already, guys. So we need to keep alive all these whatever you are registering to expose all the JavaScripts here. Okay, so we will try to build now, guys. We don't want to build in the console here. Okay, we will try to build here. GOWASM, where is this? I don't want to retype. Okay, try to build again. Oops, some error here. Okay, guys, I have some small mistake. Okay, we need to some type. Oh yeah, the truth is we should be close this. Okay, no more. Then we will try to build again, see how it works. Okay, good, no error already. And then the file is there. Need to copy this first. Hold on, guys. Okay, cut, then replace. Okay, then we will run our thing here. Okay, it's running. So we need to refresh our page. So the message here is still there, but when we click this, okay, hold on for a while. As I explained earlier, okay, I already explained this. This one is the normal, instead of the what they call this early on, instead of using this function from the JavaScript here, guys, what do you call this? Okay, on click, then the normal JavaScript, right? Instead of using this, we will now use the Golang's expose function here. Of course, these arguments are all the elements here, guys, like the username and the password. These are all the input box, the DOM element there. We need to throw this as well. Okay, so this is the beauty of this WebAssembly, guys. So we'll now try to test. Let's see, because we have some validation here, guys, right? If you set this as a null or empty, so we'll try. Wow, beautiful. Very nice. You can see that the username is required. Now is you can see the swal here. Okay, if we key in this, and then the password also appearing. Okay, we just we don't throw anything after the login. We can actually throw welcome to the login page there, guys. So actually now it's totally working, guys. As you can see that the username there, instead of our code now is we don't have any JavaScript here, and in all the logics has already reside on this WebAssembly, the Golang WebAssembly here. So okay, very nice. So I hope you learned here, guys, in our web development here in Maharlikans code. So very nicely. Okay, you can see all these logics there is very clean now, guys. Okay, so we will be playing around with this in our next discussion again, guys. We will continue doing this. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot here in Maharlikans code, and I hope I can contribute to you some knowledge there, so that you can proceed with your learning or learning with this Golang programming language, most especially this web development series here in Maharlikans code. Now we are using successfully this WebAssembly, guys, what they call the WASM. Okay, so we will continue doing this, because we will try to create a simple or a decent login system for our Golang here web server and our web server. Maybe probably our next topic will be we will try this to launch into our production site there. So then we will test around again this Golang WebAssembly, and then we will try to build it there from our web server, and then we will try to play around, see if we can if it is really works well as well in the, for sure it's working in the production site. Okay guys, so stay tuned for that, and then thank you so much for watching, and then I hope you learn a lot here and in Maharlikans code. If you don't subscribe yet, please consider subscribing so that you can have more videos like this. You can learn together here in Maharlikans code, so we learn together as well. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. May God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.